Hello and welcome to Healings and Readings with Deeple. I hope you guys are ready for today's show. Please do say hello if you're joining me here live. I would love to hear from you. So today I really want to talk to you about your triggers. Okay? What are our triggers? How do we get triggered? What has to happen in order for us to be triggered? And how does that play a role in our lives? And so here's what I'm referring to. Last week, my daughter comes home on Monday and she goes, "Mom, have you seen what happened at the Oscars?" And I was like, "No, what are you talking about? You know, I don't watch TV, right? I don't watch TV. This is proof that I don't watch TV because I had no idea what was happening." And my daughter comes home and she's like, "Mom, everybody's talking about it." I'm like, "Okay, I have no idea. So let me take a look." She goes, "Watch the video." And so I did. And I saw what happened between Will Smith and Chris Rock. And I sat there, I blatantly sat there with this blank look on my face, just trying to work with my mind before my mind starts making all these assumptions. Because when we get triggered, when we have this abundance of triggers, the mind starts to turn and it starts telling us our stories of when we felt like we were unsafe, insecure, helpless. And so I just thought about the reaction. Number one, how Chris reacted, which was amazing. It was almost like no reaction. I don't know if I could have done that. Because sometimes even when somebody tells you something, says something to you, you become reactive. Whether they're criticizing you, judging you, belittling you, or anything, we become so reactive. And this man got punched in the face, and there was no reaction, like just a wow, what happened? And then from Will's perspective, I'm thinking in my mind, wow, how much anger is he holding on to? Look at the rage and anger. And on top of that, what are the kids around the world thinking right now? And how many people are triggered? How many women and men from this type of act of violence? And so my heart went out to these two beautiful souls, okay? Because I know that there is a light in both of them. I see it. But the way everyone else was reacting on Twitter and Facebook and everywhere else, I really needed these energies to be calm before I addressed it here with all of you. Because I know that initial trigger within us is really, really strong. I mean, it's so strong. And if I say anything, I know everyone's going to be like bashing out at me saying, "Deeple, no, Deeple, this," and I just want to make sure that we are handling our own triggers from what we see other people go through or what we hear about, because that does program our nervous system and it creates imprints which continue to get triggered. And so today I want to help you with your triggers, and I'm going to bring on Dana DeAngelis because she is one of my amazing healers at anandaforlife.com or deepalshaw.com. And hello, Dana.
Hi, Deepal. How are
How are
you?
you?
Good, good. It's wonderful to be here with you and with everybody.
I know, same here. We're having a very important conversation, and a lot of people are here with us today, and we're talking about triggers, like this abundance of triggers that came up after the Oscars. Okay, I don't know. Did you watch the Oscars? Because I didn't. I found out through my daughter the next day. But did you watch it live?
I did watch it live, and like everybody who watched it live, could not believe what we just saw, to the point where I know I felt this way. A lot of people did. That had to be staged. That couldn't have been real. That did not just happen.
Yes.
Like, what just happened? And I think Chris was feeling the same way as we all were. It was a shocker, but yeah, it was very confusing.
And things like that are confusing, right? Because I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh yeah, that has to be staged. There's no way that's real. And I'm like, and then on the other hand, my other brain was saying, well, if it was, then now what?
Exactly.
How do I want to create my karma or karmic imprints? How do I want to react to this? Because karma means reaction or action. And how responsible do I want to be for my reaction and actions? Do I want to go on Facebook and start, saying stuff on Facebook? What do I want to do? So I sat with it. And I don't know if you did this, but I sat with it because I was waiting to see if there was any triggers within me from what I went through from my childhood experience. I'm like, wait a second, am I having any triggers? And the deeper I looked, I didn't. And I feel like it's the most amazing feeling because normally I would be triggered. And I'm like, wow, I've done this much inner work on myself that right now I'm feeling at peace, I'm feeling calm, and I'm not emotionally engaged in what happened. I'm just saying, yeah, sure, everybody has traumas. And some people react a certain way to what has been built up for so long. And that's what Will did, right? And then, but for a lot of people that emailed me, they were definitely triggered in their responses. Okay. And so I want to help everybody who's joining us today. I mean, we've got Sarah, Georgina, Judy, Destiny, Kavita, Kawachina, and all these people that are joining us here today, um, saying that they are having triggers by what happened. So, guys, I want to ask you, please share with us what your triggers were. What was it? Was it fear? Was it insecurity? Was it a sense of feeling safety? What triggers came up for you as soon as you saw this or found out about it? Leave it in the comments because we want to address this. And in the meantime, Dana, I know we do a group healing for everyone who is here and everyone who will be watching. Can you please share with us your beautiful message from the guides? And
Yeah.
everybody just take a nice deep breath in and out, and let's see what Dana's guides have to say for us today.
Yes. So, um, a message from the guides. I had, just before we got on the call, I was meditating on this, and you know, one of the topics, in relation to what we're talking about today, was abundance, and a little bit about abundance of emotions, in a good or bad way. Like, if you have an abundance of triggers, abundance of emotions, or what are we trying to attract? Oh, more love, more peace, more. Do we have an abundance of peace, or do we have an abundance of triggers? Right. So looking at everything in balance about that. And so the message quite beautifully. So I pulled two cards, and one of them was Melchizedek and spiritual law of attraction. And it's a bit about karma, what you were just talking about. The situations that we find ourselves in. Um, the, they come to us through the spiritual law of attraction. So we attract certain situations because they're mirroring our thoughts, emotions, or experiences, or traumatic experiences, whatever our triggers are. But what we draw into our life is similar to our thought patterns. And so the deeper work is finding those triggers. That's where the work is. When you find that you're triggered, what is that about? What does this remind me of? Why am I getting so upset about something that's not even anything to do with me? So what does this remind me of? And you'll have something will come up. You'll say, that time I was 7 and this happened, or whatever, if you spend some time with it. But anyway, so how do we let go of those triggers? How do we ask for help? Well, so Ascended Master Melchizedek is one that is happy to assist with this. And also the second card I had pulled, again right before the call. Whoops, where's my
There we go.
Open your heart to love Jesus.
Oh,
So this is what we need, as we all know, while we're sitting here together. We need more, right? We need more in our world. And love, but inviting more positive into our lives, more gratitude. But everything we desire is a result. It comes as a result of opening our heart, but not just to sending more love, but receiving more love. So, people think, I love everybody, it's all great, but where are you not receiving that? And where are you not forgiving yourself, or whatever it is around whatever you've got going on? So beautiful message, for one and all. I mean, honestly, everybody's reaction to the stuff at the Oscars. Open your heart to more love, and ask Jesus for help. Ask whatever angel you work with, ask source, whatever wherever you find that love, ask the earth, whatever your thing is. But I work a lot with the angels and masters, so that's just my go-to. So there they are. But again, wherever you find your source, if you don't, it's all good. It's all oneness, and it's all beautiful. So there we go. Love, love, love. All comes down to that.
it really does. It comes with inner peace, inner work. And a lot of us don't even realize when we think that we have worked on this stuff and then we get triggered again by something like this. And somebody just asked, I don't really know what happened at the Oscars. Well, Chris had made a comment about Jada Smith, and he said something along the lines about G.I. Jane, how she looks like G.I. Jane. Is it G.I. Jane or G.I. Joe?
It was a movie with Demi Moore like 15 years ago.
Yeah. But not knowing that Jada had alopecia, what happened after that comment that Chris made, he laughed, then he went up on stage and punched Chris in the face. And now, of course, there are consequences to these actions. And I know that there's going to be quite a bit of consequences because, and you can see here that fear, doubt within, and anger, what it can do to somebody, where we lose control, we have no idea what happens to us. And that's happened to me before. And I don't know if that's happened to you, Dana. When I get very angry, I'll say something and I don't mean it. Then I look back and I'm like, oh my God, why did I do that? Right? Or why did I say something that would hurt somebody in that way? Why didn't I just stop and just be quiet and just contemplate and see where it's coming from within me? And so Sarah says, I'm surprised to find myself getting hit with triggered events every day this week. Jumped by a huge dog, nearly hit by a car, very upsetting events with my tenant, nearly run off the freeway, and something thrown at me as they sped off. Painful fall last night. Any insight into what's going on? I don't need any more PTSD. So, Sarah, yes, PTSD. I mean, you nailed it. It is what is right there in the nervous system. So I'm going to have Dana tell us, give you a scan and a reading, and then we're going to do a little bit of a mini healing. Okay.
Yeah, so Sarah, immediately I feel fear in the nervous system, and I just feel, you know, I the image I'm getting is, a bucket. When people who have allergies, they always talk about an allergy bucket. In the allergy, you get exposed, an allergy bucket then overflows, and now you're having a whole allergy thing. Well, I'm seeing the same thing. Your guides are showing me with the nervous system that you're piling up things, and it's just there's a lot of shaky energy here, which I know you're already feeling. I mean, clearly, you know, but so a lot of fear in the nervous system. Seeing, just needing to move in and clear. You're resonating with just this vibration of, looking over my shoulder, because I understand things keep happening, but I'm going back further to, okay, where's the root of this? And I'm seeing this is actually bringing up a past life thing for you. So I want to just clear out the nervous system, clear out this feeling of, and I hope that's not me.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
It's kind of humming.
Okay, there we go.
Okay. I'm hearing, there's this big belief in your field of I'm not safe. And it's like, I see your higher self is showing me that. And it's like standing on a mountaintop with a megaphone. I'm not safe. I'm not safe. And it's just, so we want to clear this and get this out. But nervous system and root chakra.
Okay.
So I want to start to just work on that.
Perfect. So I'm going to start clearing. And for any one of you who are feeling this energy, who needs this healing right now, if it sounds familiar to you and it resonates with you, be open to receive. And all you have to do to be open to receive is just say, yes, I'm open. Okay. And so we're just working on that nervous system and the first chakra. Sarah, you feel like you just want to jump out of your body. Okay. And so your higher chakras are definitely very connected. You're very open, but then you're not here on earth. You're not present. Okay. There's not enough self compassion. And that's what's coming up. So I want you to start showing yourself more compassion towards yourself when these things do happen to you, rather than saying, what did I do to deserve this? Okay. So it's time to turn these negative thought patterns around. And I highly recommend that you join us on April 11th. Dana is having a free masterclass on abundance, and it's exactly, you need more abundance of compassion, abundance of love for yourself, and abundance of being present. So we have already put the link in the comments. If you guys want to just register at any time before April 11th, come and join us, okay? It's a free masterclass on abundance. We're talking about money. We're talking about abundance of health, relationships, all of that. All right, beautiful. How does she feel to you, Dana?
Expansive, much more. We just moved so much energy out. It almost felt like a vice grip, right? It was just this, I'm stuck in this.
Yeah.
So we just moved that out, and hopefully Sarah's feeling a bit better. I mean, this was only a mini healing, but tried to get as much as we could out in the moment here.
Awesome. I love it. So let's see. All right. This is an interesting one. Okay. Kawachina, hello, my dear. I get triggered by people wasting my time, having to wait for them and they don't show up. This is so common. I used to be triggered by that too. That's why I thought it was kind of funny, and triggered by being sick for months now, and I'm tired now. So, okay, so waiting for people. okay, and they don't show up. That could be a trigger for all of us, right? Because you made an appointment or they made an appointment with you, people don't show up, they say they're going to do something, they don't do it. How many times do you run up against this? I mean, I have that happen every day. Okay, maybe the guy who's supposed to mow my yard doesn't show up, or, the kids say they have one thing, but then the time changes, right? I mean, things are going to keep changing in our lives. Certain people are going to show up on time, certain things are not going to happen on time. Can we accept that? Can you accept that? Because once you accept it, that there is variability in our lives. And it's okay. That's what makes life fun. We have forgotten that life can be variable. People can make different choices. Maybe they'll show up on time, maybe they won't show up at all. Yeah, it's a little frustrating because your expectations were different, right? Your expectations were not met. And that's why you are triggered now. So, Dana, where do you see that? Where do you scan? Where do you see what's happening here?
Well, two areas. The mental, and so I'm seeing this in the aura in the mental body, but also in the mind. So energy up in the head, but also solar plexus. It just feels like there's a big energy of a fear of not having control, and
Yep.
so not feeling. Therefore, if I don't have control, what's the opposite? I'm powerless, and so I need to exert control, because if I don't, I'm really afraid of what that will feel like, and that I can't deal with that. I don't want to deal with that, and interestingly, the being so. I love what you just said about acceptance and flexibility versus a rigidity is coming out of a fear-based situation here, and then the sick. So people wasting my time, and so hurry, hurry, hurry is the instinct. But then what? And it's not like, but what's happened? Okay, now I'm sick. Well, now I have to slow down. So
Yeah.
there's a piece here of like, okay, you're, and it, it's all energetically, it's kind of like, what is this all about, right? And it's you're now in a situation of being sick where you have to accept that you're sick. You can't now control that, and we can send healing here, but it's kind of feeling in. And so when we say this stuff, it's like feeling into the deeper layers, because sometimes people just say, well, I don't want to accept that, and it's like, but there's the work again. It's like, what's triggering? So it's in those triggers that's where the deep work is. We have to have some accountability to go, oh, wait a minute, maybe I'll look at that with a little new perspective, and all we're asking is like a little different perspective.
Exactly.
Change happens, right?
Well, let's just send some healing to that third chakra.
Yeah,
Okay? That
absolutely.
that power, because these triggers that we have, and with what we've been talking about from the beginning of today, um, the triggers that you're having, it makes you feel disempowered, right?
Yes.
So, and when you feel disempowered, your confidence goes low, your self esteem goes low. And so we want to help empower you and know that you are still in control. And I want you to affirm to yourself, I am in control. I'm in control of my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions. I'm in control of my beliefs. I'm in control of my life. Okay? I will always be in the driver's seat. So that way you can manage your triggers. And the triggers don't manage you. That's what's happening right now. We're allowing those triggers to manage us. And that's why some of you, when you responded, when I said, what triggers did you have after you saw the Oscars? Karina said, I had no triggers. Because you're not letting those triggers manage you. Anna says, no, I didn't have any. Gina says she had fear. And it's okay if you do have triggers. It's okay. But then you have to do the work after that. Don't just let it slide. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm in fear." Don't just stop there. That's where most people stop. But you can't stop there. Okay? So, let's just do a third chakra healing. Let's just plunge everything out of there, pump everything out of there. Let's just flush it all out. It's like a toilet. All right.
Yeah, I love what you said because I did see that she said, I've been sick for months. Well, being sick and not feeling well makes us more impatient with people wasting our time because we don't feel great. We don't have the energy to get through our day. So it's, again, and so all the stuff, it's about forgiveness of self for being where we're at and feeling how we're feeling, and move into the work, but also just bring some compassion to yourself, and recognize, it's okay. Like, what do we do next with that? Right. Clear it out of the way for her.
Beautiful. So we have a lot of comments today. Wow, open to receive. Um, okay, so we are going to share with you. Let's see if I can get one more person. Huh. And this is line. Lynn. Hi, Deeple. I keep getting migraines due to feeling overwhelmed by life and people, feeling drained and frustrated by the migraines that robs me of my life and of my energy. If you have a health issue that's robbing you of your life and your energy, we need to do the work. I want you to join us in the abundance call. It's a free masterclass with Dana so that we can help you as to anything that's robbing your life away. And we put the link in the comments, and I'm going to put it again. Well, if I put it again, it's still going to go to the top. So be sure to go to the top and and be sure to go to the top and click the link where it says registration for Dana's free masterclass. Okay. So Dana's found some stuff.
I know, I'm already.
I think she's already doing the healing.
I know. I was like, I'm jumping right forward with this while you're talking.
I love it because you know what we need as soon as the body. Okay, guys, we work with the body. We are medical intuitives who work with the body. As soon as the body shares with us information, we go ahead and start clearing the blocks. And it's an amazing ability that you also have and that you can also learn. Everybody can learn this. So come visit me at anandaforlife.com or deepalshah.com and check out the Quantum Body Awakening Medical Intuitive Program. Okay. So overwhelm, it's hurting my heart. Okay. I feel it in my heart. What were you clearing?
So I was clearing just this. I felt this tremendous sense of pressure. You
Yeah.
know, so I cleared that, just this feeling of pressure around the head in particular, but also around the body. But mostly I was doing the head. So beautiful. Now into the heart. Also, just when I put it through the lens of that migraine, right? It was this word that is just like robbing me and just kind of stealing your joy, stealing your energy. And so I'm shifting that in the belief system into, it's migraines are a thing I experience, not this thing that attacks me, and, just neutralizing the relationship, even just with the word migraine. By doing that, by clearing the limiting beliefs around, it's got so much power in your energy field. And I understand because it's intense, like, so this isn't just looking at it energetically, taking the power out of that word, because just shifting that is a big piece of getting control back over it. So Deepa was clearing heart. I'm just balancing. I'm just seeing that in a bunch of your chakras, just kind of in your whole field, just power of the word migraine. It's like, taking it out.
Whoever here is overwhelmed by people and by life, it is so important to understand where this is coming from. What are we not able to handle? Why are we not able to handle other people? Is it because we're letting them handle us? I want you to think about this because I used to do that all the time, allow other people to just make me feel a certain way. And when we allow someone or something outside of us to feel a certain way, we need to do the inner work. We need to understand because nobody should take away that peace, that love, that joy, that happiness from within you. Okay? Beautiful. Thank you so much, dear. Somebody asked me if we're also looking at Facebook as well. Yes, I am checking Facebook messages, Liza, I believe. So, yes, I am checking that. If you want to leave a comment here, then please do so. I will see that. It will pop up here. And I looked back to see if I missed yours, but I did not see anything. So, just go ahead and post again, comment again. Let's see. Sarah says, looking forward to the 11th. Thank you for your generosity. And we have a lot of people who want readings and healings. We do readings and healings every week, Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And I hope that you all enjoyed this because we want to shed light in your life. That's the purpose of readings and healings with Deepal Shah. If you're not receiving my newsletters and you'd like to do so, go to deepalshah.com or anandaforlife.com and sign up for the free stress-free relief guide and the 2 free MP3s. Okay? And you'll start receiving my newsletters. So you'll get reminders when I go live, anywhere that I go live. I do TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and our personal Facebook page, as well as my business Facebook page. So you could catch me anywhere. All the material is different everywhere. So come follow me on Instagram at Spirit Awakenings. That's with an S, Spirit Awakenings. And you can catch me on YouTube at Deepal Shah. Just look up Deepal Shah and subscribe so you'll get notifications when I go live. And also my newsletters so that you know what's coming up next. Where am I going to be? And how can I help you? Because that's my purpose in life is to serve my tribe. And I hope you'll be a part of my tribe. Thank you so much, Dana, for being here. It's been a pleasure and an honor. Thank you.
Thank
And we will see everyone next week. Please keep the comments coming because I do read them afterwards. So thank you so much. Lots of love and light to all of you. Namaste, everybody.
thank you. Bye.